Okay, we're ready to go.
Above we have a satire of Goya, and there's a lot of terrible stuff going on in his art, and I try to make it a little bit funny, funny there. Evil but funny. Down here we have two hands for my how to draw book. There's the good hand above, and then the beginner's boo-boo hand down below. And the beginner always has the movement of the fingers going the wrong way. It's hard to explain, except just look at it and weep. Now, here we have Italian comedians after Watteau, and I've changed it, of course, in the Watteau. The people in the background are just loving those comedians, but I say they're probably just silly bunch of bastards. People in the background are suffering terribly. This is after the movie La Dolce Vita. And above that is this is from an advertisement for a hotel, believe it or not. Hotel Marmont in Los Angeles or Hollywood or some damn where. And the idea is that they just have the leaping lady, and then it says Hotel Marmont. And the idea is the hotel is so famous they don't need anything more than the jumping lady. So anyway, I have two jumping ladies, just delighted to be alive. Above that is my wife by a good friend, Steve Conley.
Huh.
And he had a great style. He was bought a lot by Robert Scull.
Okay.
There's a World War II battleship of the sort of thing I drew when I was a kid. And below there is the baptism, more or less after Patineer, a Netherlandish painter, born around, I suppose, around.
So you've done the Bible stories, and this is religious also. Are you yourself religious?
Yeah, I believe in God. Yeah, but I don't call this religious, but the Bible stories is just satire. It's just not really religious.
And you were raised as a what?
Well, more or less as a Presbyterian and a Christian Scientist. How were you raised? Were you raised in?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing. I got nothing.
You got nothing. Okay.
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah. No, that's after Liechtenstein, and he's one of the big influences on me. And of course, I use his style there a little bit, the dots. And, matter of fact, Dorothy Liechtenstein owns the drawing for that.
Has Liechtenstein seen your work?
Oh yeah, he wrote a blurb for one of my books, and we were friends. I can't say I was a friend of Warhol. I mean, I was an acquaintance, but I was a friend of Liechtenstein's. Very nice guy. Duchamp. But when I was young and didn't know much, I wrote him a letter. This would be in 1963 or 4, saying, "Would you do a blurb for the dust jacket of my How to Draw book?" And I mean, it was just I didn't know the guy. I just sent it to him, But he sent me back a nice note. I was very touched. Very, very nice person, evidently.
Did he do a blurb?
No, he didn't do the blurb. But I was honored to get the gracious refusal. Now this is after Mantegna, and it's called The Battle of the Sea Gods. No, maybe I ought to read that. It says there, feminist Andrea Dworkin thinks rape victims should be able to execute their attackers personally. So they're having a good time doing that.
So this is like 06? This is a recent piece.
Yeah.
So it's not really the 60s.
Oh no, that's not the 60s. This one I just completed a few weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, get it close up. See, it looks like pencil line, but I go over my pencil line with oil paint to make it permanent. You know, in other words, you can clean that.
So you do the drawings, and then you do the paint first, and then you draw over it.
Well, I do put the wet paint on, and then I cut into it with a line.
Right.
Sometimes with a pencil, and sometimes with oil paint. Mm-hmm. But when I do cut into it with pencil, as I did here, then I come back later and go over the pencil with oil paint.
Cool.
There we have some Matisse guys. I don't think Matisse ever did a whole bunch of dancing guys, but that's after Matisse.
So this is you trying to please Roberta Smith.
That's a good point. Oh, I should remember that. She's been very good to me.
Yes, yeah.
Now that drawing is not by me; it's by a man named Rick Barton.
This one here.
That's the interior of a Mexican church. Marvelous artist who got no credit. Museums should. I have some of his other work, and I'm trying to donate it to the Morgan Library. There's the propeller is by Paul Carpenter. It's just a marvelous, surreal. You know, how does that propeller relate to the land, to the houses below it? But it does.
It was like an Atlantis.
Yeah, sure, maybe that. You know, make up your own decision.
Wow. This is framed in plastic.
Well,
Framed in a
that's
plastic
temporary.
bag.
That's a temporary. Right, that's after Matisse. And there is more World War II going on. That's a little bit like that Ethel Skull picture you have. Above that.
Yeah, they're cartoons, but they're somehow sexy.
Well, okay.
So, what piece of music would you like to go with this little film?
Oh,
What classical music do you like?
well, there's a playful thing. Matter of fact, I have it on the. It's very playful. Trumpet concerto in E flat major.
Okay.
If you want to borrow the records, you may do so.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's playing this? What did it say?
Oh, well, I don't know. It's by Haydn.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'll find out.
First, here it is. Friends.